Welcome to Study Loop.
Hi there. In this question, we are given this balanced chemical equation. I have left out the states of matter because they are not necessary for what we're doing, because what we want to look at is the ratio in which the reactants react. So looking at the coefficients tell us for every 2 H2, we need 1 oxygen. Since there's no coefficient written in front of the oxygen, it's understood that it's a 1. So we have a 2-to-1 ratio here. Not only is that a 2-to-1 molecule ratio, it's also a 2-to-1 mole ratio. For every 2 moles of H2, we need 1 mole of O2, and we're going to produce 2 moles of water. But the ratio here is 2-to-1, both for molecules and for moles. Well, as we look at the boxes that we have here, counting these up, we see that for the hydrogen molecules, the H2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So we have 6 of the H2. Counting up the oxygen, we see 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So we have 4 of the O2. So let's go ahead and look at our questions then. We actually have 3 questions here. So 1, 2, and 3. The first question says, of which reactant are there the most initial moles? Well, the one that we have the most of, just in counting, we see that the hydrogen has the most. Next question says, which has the least initial moles? Well, that's going to be the other reactant. That's going to be the oxygen has the least. The final question, though, wants to know which is the limiting reactant. Remember, the limiting reactant is the one that we run out of first. It's the one that's used up first. Well, remember we have that 2-to-1 mole ratio here. For every 2 hydrogen, we need 1 oxygen. Well, we have 6 hydrogen, so to use all 6 of the hydrogen, we would need 3 of the oxygen. Well, we have more than that. So that means the oxygen is our excess. Since we have 4 of that and only need 3. So by definition, if oxygen is excess, the hydrogen is the limiting. We could look at this the other way. We could say, hey, how much hydrogen do we need to use all of our oxygen? Well, if we have 4 oxygen and it's a 2-to-1 ratio, we would need 8 hydrogen. We don't have 8, we only have 6. So that confirms that, yes, the hydrogen is our limiting reactant. Even though it has the most number of particles, or the number of moles of particles, in terms of the ratio, the 2-to-1 ratio, it's still the one we're going to run out of first. So it is the limiting reactant. So hydrogen has the most number of moles, oxygen has the fewest or least, but hydrogen is the limiting reactant. All right, thanks so much for watching.